spirit of this year's St. Patrick's Day in what is a very special year. It's the year in which we commemorate the 1916 Rising. Okay, we've caught up with the gentleman driving in style today. Hello, how are you?
How are you?
I have to say, you're driving a most unusual car. Would you like to tell me a little bit about it?
Well, it's a Ford Model T. It's 100 years old. It was used in the Rising in 1916.
I don't believe you.
Yes, it was, yes.
How did that happen?
Well, I'll tell you the history of it is it was bought by a Granard man, Larry Kiernan, LD Kiernan, a successful businessman.
Yes.
And he was brother of Kitty Kiernan's,
right.
Michael Collins' girlfriend. But he was also a commander of the volunteers at the time.
Right.
And it's known that he drove 2 volunteers to Dublin on Easter Monday. Well, it's just done today, so just finished yesterday, the restoration of it.
Would it be true to say then that this is the first public showing of this very historic car?
This is his first day out, yes, it certainly is, right, yes.
And this is the first of many interviews you're going to do about this car.
Hopefully.
Yes. Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure talking to you.
All right, so thank
Enjoy
you
the parade.
Sure enough, I did.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Where did you get such a beautiful carriage?
Well, to my knowledge, this carriage come from America originally and finished up in the north of Ireland.
Yes.
And a man from Artlow bought it in the north and used it for a couple of years, and then it put up for sale and I bought it.
Imagine that. And how long ago was that?
I have it 7 years.
You have a very special role today in the parade. Are you going to drive the horse today in the parade? You must be very, very excited today. Yes. Is this your first year in the parade?
Second.
Oh, this is your second year. But I bet you the sun didn't shine as well last year, did it?
No.
Well, I hope you have a wonderful time. Okay, thank you. Tell me something about your beautiful car that you're driving today.
Yes, it's a Hillman Avenger 1973.
Right.
And it's spent most of his life in Liverpool.
Right, and how did it end up in Longford?
This was about 3 generations of families in Liverpool that have come retired in Ireland, and they sold it off and I bought it.
And how long do you have it?
5, 6 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And do you give it many outings?
I go during the summer we go out on a Sunday for a drive, yes, and look at these shows.
Right, and I see you are driving as part of the Longford Vintage Group.
Correct, yes, I'm part of that.
Yes, and is it a large group?
Well, there's about 220 people involved in that.
I have to say you're one flashy man in a very flashy car.
Well, I don't know, the car is flashy, eh?
Would you like to tell me a little bit about it?
It's 69.
Yes.
Sunbeam stiletto. And it's running well.
And how did you come to have it?
Oh, I got it 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And do you give it many outings?
It's out all the time, near enough every week.
You look a bit young to be driving a car. Is this your car?
Yeah, but it's my dad's driving it currently.
Your dad is driving it, but it's your car.
Yeah.
And how did you come to have it?
I bought it off this guy in Sligo.
Yes.
And I got it cheap, so it was alright.
And have you done any restoration work on it?
A little bit, not much. Like I did the front left. Yeah, the front left wing had to be done.
This here is a 1970 Bedford. It's the same as the one my father, he had one the very same as this. He used to collect milk from the farmers back years ago. So this one here is belonged to a brother of mine that's in America. He bought this and then we got creamery cans and that. We had an awful job trying to get them.
That's right.
Because they're very scarce in that now. So just wanted something they have, like what my father done back years ago, you know.
Oh, it's really, really wonderful. And I think you're going to give many people today along the parade very happy memories like myself.
Yeah, I'd say that, yeah, we'll look back at that, all right. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much for talking to me.
Welcome. Right, yeah.
It's not every day that I meet a man with a gun. Bit frightening.
It's part of the 1916 celebrations.
Yes.
I just got it out with the old bike. It's an ex-military bike.
Yes.
And there's a special gun carrier on it.
That's amazing.
And this gun would be from about 1890.
And is it your gun?
It is, yes.
And do you know...
It's deactivated. It can't be fired.
Right. And would you like to tell me a little bit about the history of the gun, how it came about?
Well, the actual gun itself would have been used during the First World War.
Yes.
And they would have come into Ireland second-hand in large quantities. I think they were used by the RIC.
Yes.
In Northern Ireland. And it fires, I think it's a 9mm round, similar to a 303 round anyway.
Yes.
And the gun itself is a military gun, similar to the Lee Enfield 303, which most people would be familiar with.
Yes. And can you tell me, please, how did you come to have it? Or maybe that's a story you don't want to tell.
If I told you that, I might have to. You know the way it goes.
Yes, yes. Okay.
No, I had it. It was in. My father had old guns, and it was part of
his collection.
It was in my family for years.
Yes.
Now.
And you took part in the parade today.
I did, yeah.
And what did you think of it?
I loved it. There was a great turnout and a great crowd.
Yes.
And a lovely display down at the courthouse.
Yes.
It was excellent.
And fantastic weather.
Fantastic weather, that's the main thing.
Yes, and thanks very much for talking to us.
All right, thank you.
I have to say that this is a most magnificent display that you have here.
Thank you very much.
And is all of this stuff your own?
Yes, everything. Well, the crane with the pots on it is not my own. I have one, but I borrowed that from a man called Tommy for today.
Yes.
Everything else is my own. This was my grandfather's. I brought Guinness to the field in this, and I brought tea to the bog in this when I was a child.
My God.
And the delf some of the delf is belonging to my parents, that jug and sugar bowl. The clock is belonging to my grandfather.
So all of the
old stuff, and it's all mine.
It's all yours.
This is my neighbour, Jimmy Lennon's pipe. He gave up the smoking.
And he gave you the pipe.
Well, I borrowed the pipe for today.
So every artefact here actually tells a story.
Every artefact tells a story, and a nice story.
Yes, and the gramophone.
The piece of history. The gramophone came out of a grand-uncle's house, but it never worked for me. The parts are there and everything. I don't know how to get it working. I was washed in that.
You were washed in this bathtub. And
now the washboard is not the same as they would have had in 1916. They would have been wooden, but the wooden one that I had is a bit fragile.
Yes.
I need to glue it together.
Yes.
And the carbolic soap.
And you had, and I'm fascinated here by your sewing machine.
Yes, I have a little reputation for collecting sewing machines.
Right.
Yes, I have sewing machines back to the 1840s. This one is not 1840s. It's actually a little bit post 1916, but it's working perfect. And seeing it was the 1916, and were out fighting, I'm going to see if I could make a flag.
Well, I have to say that this display is a credit to you.
Thank you very much.
I'm chatting here outside Cooney's Hotel in Ballymahon, and here is the man himself, Michael Cooney. Michael, I believe you were responsible for bringing those two crazy guys on the bicycles into town. Where did you get them?
Two very professional motorcyclists from Belfast, and they perform all over the world. They wanted to create a bit of a wow factor for the Ballymahon parade, so we decided to bring these on board.
And they certainly have. Michael, on a personal note, what's Patrick's Day like for you?
St. Patrick's Day is a very good day in town, a great community day. and the parade brings a lot of business to the town. I think there has been a huge effort made this year on account of it being the 100-year celebration of 1916, and people really pulled out all the stops and made an extra effort to make it a very successful parade.
And what stops did you pull out for the sunshine? You must have had the child break out.
We have a new parish priest here in town, Father Liam, and he has a direct line with the man above, and he ensured us that we'd have good weather for the parade.
And it certainly worked, because it's a miracle.
Absolutely.
Thanks very much, Michael.
We're full of miracles in Ballymahon.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Pleasure to talk to you. Thank you. Hello.
Hello dear, how are you?
You know, you're barely recognisable from behind the counter in Lovell's. That's your day job.
I think I look better now.
Oh, definitely,
definitely.
So why are you taking part in today's parade?
Well, it's a great community project for Ballymahon, which we do every year, and it brings everyone out for the day, and especially on a beautiful day like this.
Yes.
It's great for everyone to take part, and for the kids and for the old and the young,
Right.
So it's a great day all around.
Okay, and you have a very colourful float. Whose idea was this?
The idea was to take. I have two friends, PG Walsh and Niamh Moore, right, and myself, and a few from the shop. And the idea was that Lover Brothers are 70 years in business. So we just decided stuff we have sold down through the years, especially the older stuff,
Yes. And I see you have a great crop of potatoes over there in the corner.
Right, yeah, that's right, yeah.
And St. Patrick's Day is traditionally the day when you plant the first potatoes.
That's right indeed.
So you'll be planting those when you go home this evening, no doubt.
Oh, no bother, we will indeed.
Okay, well, enjoy the parade, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you very much, okay.